Could this tiny coin be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The 1984 US penny isn't just spare change. It's a potential jackpot hiding in plain sight. For many of us, a penny is often overlooked, tossed aside, or even discarded. But what if I told you that a single 1984 penny could change your financial fortune? That's right, collectors and enthusiasts alike are scouring their coin jars, hunting for this elusive treasure. So, why is the 1984 penny causing such a stir? Let's find out together. The 1980s were a pivotal time for U.S. coinage. By 1982, the composition of the penny changed from solid copper to a copper-plated zinc core. This shift was more than just a cost-saving measure. It introduced a new era of coin production fraught with unique challenges. Advances in minting technology aimed to reduce errors, yet ironically, some of the most intriguing and valuable mistakes emerged during this period. And the 1984 penny? It's a shining example of how tiny imperfections can lead to massive payouts. But what exactly makes these pennies so valuable? Let's dig a little deeper. When you hold a 1984 penny in your hand, you're holding a piece of history. On its obverse side, you'll find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has graced the penny since 1909. Flip it over, and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of America's resilience and legacy. This design, introduced in 1959, replaced the wheat ears reverse that had been used for half a century. By 1984, the penny was well into its Lincoln Memorial era, but there was something unique about this year's production. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-plated zinc composition to reduce costs. This change, while economically beneficial, introduced a new set of challenges for mint workers. Zinc is softer and more reactive than copper, making it prone to issues like bubbling, cracking, and improper strikes. These imperfections often went unnoticed during production, but for collectors, they became opportunities. What if your 1984 penny has one of these hidden flaws? Could it be the key to unlocking a small fortune? One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1984 penny is the doubled ear penny. Imagine holding a coin where Lincoln's ear appears to have a shadow, a clear doubling effect. This error occurs during the minting process when the die strikes the coin twice, slightly misaligned, creating a noticeable duplication. The 1984 doubled ear penny is a collector's dream, not only for its rarity but also for its stunning visual appeal. Auction records reveal these pennies fetching hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. But the question remains, could you have one of these rare gems hiding in your pocket right now? The doubled ear isn't the only error that makes 1984 pennies valuable. Imagine finding a coin with an off-center strike, where part of the design is missing, or a broad-struck penny, which appears larger and flatter due to a minting mishap. Die cracks, where a coin shows raised lines caused by a damaged die, are another type of error that can add significant value. These imperfections, while unintentional, have turned ordinary pennies into extraordinary finds. And the best part? They're out there, waiting to be discovered. So, how can you identify if your 1984 penny is worth more than face value? Start by examining it closely with a magnifying glass or loupe. Focus on Lincoln's ear. Does it appear doubled? Check the date and edges for signs of off-center strikes or other anomalies. If you believe you've found an error coin, consider having it professionally graded. Services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can authenticate and assign a grade to your coin, which can dramatically increase its market value. Once graded, you can research recent auction results to get an idea of its potential worth. Who knows? Your pocket change could be worth a small fortune. The allure of the 1984 penny lies not just in its historical context or design, but in its potential to surprise. Errors like the doubled ear variety have captivated collectors for decades, proving that even the smallest coin can hold immense value. And if you thought this penny was fascinating, wait until you hear about the most expensive penny ever sold. That's a story for another day, and you won't want to miss it as we conclude. Remember to check your change jars, inherited coin collections, and even the pennies at the bottom of your couch cushions. Share your findings in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible coin stories. Until next time, happy hunting! A tiny coin in your pocket could hold secrets worth far more than its face value. That's right, 1 cent could turn into hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Imagine stumbling upon a fortune hidden in plain sight. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the 1997 U.S. penny. What makes it so unique, so coveted by collectors, and why could it be the most valuable coin you've ever seen? Buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll be scrambling to check every penny in your pocket change. Let's get started. For centuries, the U.S. penny has been a symbol of American history and commerce. First minted in 1793, it's one of the longest-running denominations in U.S. currency. But it wasn't always the penny we know today. Early pennies were larger and made of pure copper. Over time, they evolved in size, composition, and design. One of the most iconic changes came in 1909 with the introduction of the Lincoln cent designed by Victor David Brenner. This marked the first time a U.S. coin featured a president's portrait. It celebrated the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and became an enduring piece of Americana. Fast forward to 1997. The Lincoln cent was well into its 8th decade, but its significance had never waned. The year saw over 13 billion pennies minted across 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. On the surface, these pennies seemed ordinary. They were copper-plated zinc, a composition introduced in 1982 due to rising copper costs. The obverse featured Lincoln's profile, while the reverse showcased the Lincoln Memorial. But there was more to these coins than met the eye. Some 1997 pennies held secrets that could transform their value from 1 cent to astronomical figures. What could possibly make a simple penny so valuable? Stick around to find out. Let's start by examining what sets the 1997 penny apart. First, its material composition. While earlier pennies were nearly pure copper, the 1997 penny's core is zinc, with a thin copper coating. This change not only affected the coin's weight and durability, but also introduced new opportunities for minting errors. These errors could turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. The design also plays a key role. The obverse, with Lincoln's iconic profile, and the reverse, with the detailed Lincoln Memorial, offer plenty of room for variations and mistakes during production. And with billions of pennies minted, even a tiny percentage of errors could result in a significant number of valuable coins. But not all 1997 pennies are created equal. Some have a hidden secret that could make them worth a fortune. Let's dive into the fascinating world of minting errors and variants. Imagine this. A machine strikes a penny incorrectly, creating a double image on Lincoln's profile. This is known as a double die obverse, or DDO, and it's one of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. Another common error involves die cracks, where a crack in the die creates a raised line or blemish on the coin. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is visibly misaligned. These errors occur when the coin isn't properly centered during the striking process. Why are these errors so valuable? It's simple: rarity. Out of billions of pennies, only a tiny fraction exhibit these mistakes. Collectors love rare and unique coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. Some 1997 error pennies have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine finding one in your loose change. Could one of these rare coins be hiding in your pocket right now? Let's find out how you can spot them. Identifying a valuable 1997 penny requires a keen eye and the right tools. First, you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. This will help you spot fine details like doubling on Lincoln's profile or unusual marks on the coin surface. A coin scale is also handy for checking the weight. Authentic 1997 pennies should weigh 2.5 grams. Any significant deviation could indicate a rare error or variant. Pay close attention to the coin's edges and lettering. Look for inconsistencies like letters that are too close together or too far apart. These could be signs of a valuable error. Condition is another critical factor. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A pristine 1997 penny with an error could fetch significantly more than a worn-out one. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin's grade and authenticity, adding credibility and value. But is it just collectors driving up the value of these coins? Or is there something else at play? The answer might surprise you. The value of 1997 pennies isn't just about errors and condition. It's also influenced by market trends and the law of supply and demand. Coin collecting has seen a resurgence in recent years, fueled by nostalgia and the thrill of the hunt. Rare coins, especially those with compelling stories or unique features, attract intense interest from collectors and investors alike. Auctions are where the magic happens. Imagine a room filled with bidders, all vying for a single penny. In some cases, these coins sell for jaw-dropping amounts. Could your 1997 penny be the next big auction star? It's worth finding out. There's one specific 1997 penny that has captivated collectors and investors. This coin, sold at auction for an astonishing amount, is a testament to the incredible value that can hide in plain sight. What made it so special? Was it a rare minting error, a unique variant, or something else entirely? The answer lies in its story. This penny was graded at a near-perfect mint state 69 by PCGS. It featured a stunning double die obverse, with Lincoln's profile and the date appearing twice. The error was so pronounced and so rare that collectors couldn't resist. After a heated bidding war, the coin sold for an eye-watering $50,000. Imagine holding that kind of treasure in your hand. But the story doesn't end there. Some experts believe that even more valuable 1997 pennies could be out there, waiting to be discovered. The thrill of the hunt is what keeps collectors searching, examining every coin they come across. It's a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary things can come from the most ordinary places. Could you be the one to uncover the next record-breaking penny? It's entirely possible. Before we wrap up, let's explore some fun facts about the penny. Did you know that there are currently over 300 billion pennies in circulation? That's enough to circle the Earth more than 140 times if lined up edge to edge. Despite its low value, the penny costs more than 1 cent to produce. In recent years, the U.S. Mint has debated whether to discontinue the penny altogether. And let's not forget the superstitions surrounding this tiny coin. Ever heard the phrase, "Find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck"? Perhaps there's more truth to that saying than we realize, especially if the penny you find is a rare and valuable one. So, what can we learn from the story of the 1997 penny? First, never underestimate the value of small things. Second, always keep an eye out for the extraordinary hiding in the ordinary. And finally, remember that history, rarity, and human curiosity can transform even the humblest of objects into treasures. If you've enjoyed this journey into the world of the 1997 penny, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on more incredible stories about coins and collectibles. Now it's your turn. Have you found a 1997 penny in your change? Do you have a coin collection you're curious about? Share your stories in the comments below. Who knows? You might just inspire the next great discovery. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin has a story. What will yours be? The 1964 penny in your pocket might be worth more than its weight in copper? Yes, a single penny could be your ticket to a small fortune. For decades, collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike have been captivated by this unassuming coin. But what makes it so special? Is it just a relic of history, or is there something extraordinary hiding in plain sight? By the end of this video, you'll never look at a 1964 penny the same way again. Let's rewind the clock to 1964. It was a year of immense change in America. The Civil Rights Act had just been signed. The Beatles were taking the U.S. by storm, and the nation was grappling with economic shifts that would shape its future. Amid all this, something fascinating was happening with U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint produced a staggering 6 billion pennies that year. Yes, 6 billion. But why? What drove this unprecedented surge in penny production? The answer lies in the broader economic landscape of the time. Silver coins were being hoarded due to rising silver prices, creating a significant strain on everyday transactions. People were holding onto silver quarters, dimes, and half dollars, leaving pennies as the workhorses of American currency. The government needed an overwhelming supply of pennies to keep commerce flowing. But there's more to this story than meets the eye. You see, the 1964 penny wasn't just a product of economic necessity. It was also the last year before a significant change in coinage policy. In 1965, the U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks from coins for 3 years to discourage hoarding. This decision cast a long shadow over the 1964 penny, making it a focal point for collectors and enthusiasts. But what if I told you there's a mysterious twist about this penny that's kept collectors on edge for decades? Hold on to that thought because we're just getting started. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1964 penny. On the obverse, we have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of his birth. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, a relatively new feature at the time, having replaced the wheat ears design in 1959. This combination of history and modernity gives the 1964 penny its unique character. But here's where it gets interesting. Subtle variations in the design can dramatically affect the value of this coin. For example, coins struck with slight errors during the minting process, known as error coins, are highly sought after by collectors. Imagine finding a penny that's worth thousands of dollars at auction simply because of a minor imperfection. Double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks are just a few of the anomalies that can make a 1964 penny extraordinarily valuable. But what if there's a version of this penny so rare and so valuable that even seasoned collectors dream of finding it? Could it be sitting unnoticed in your pocket right now? Let's talk about these rare variants in more detail. One of the most famous types of error coins is the double die obverse, where the design appears doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These errors are not immediately obvious, but can be identified with a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date or the word Liberty. If you see a shadow-like doubling, you might be holding a small fortune. Another intriguing variant is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is not properly aligned with the blank. This results in a partial design that's both visually striking and highly collectible. And then there's the elusive 1964 D double die penny, a coin so rare that examples rarely make it to the open market. When they do, they can fetch eye-watering prices. Speaking of prices, let's dive into some real-world examples. In recent years, error coins from the 1960s have commanded significant sums at auctions. A well-preserved double die penny can easily sell for thousands of dollars. Some exceptional specimens have even crossed the six-figure mark. But what makes these coins so valuable isn't just the error itself. It's the story behind them, the mystery of their creation, and the thrill of the hunt. And yet, there's one version of the 1964 penny that transcends all others in its rarity and allure. Rumors have circulated for decades about pennies struck on silver planchets, an anomaly that should never have happened. While no confirmed examples have surfaced, the mere possibility has ignited a frenzy among collectors. Imagine finding a 1964 penny that's not copper but silver. The rarity alone would make it worth a fortune, but the historical implications would elevate it to legendary status. Why is this so controversial? To understand, we need to delve deeper into the policies of the U.S. Mint at the time. In 1965, to prevent hoarding, mint marks were temporarily removed from coins, making it difficult to trace their origin. This decision fueled speculation about the 1964 penny, especially when combined with rumors of silver planchets and unaccounted-for coins. Could there be a secret stash of these rare pennies hidden away? Or are they simply a myth? Experts and enthusiasts have debated this for years, poring over archival records and analyzing coin specimens. While no definitive proof has been found, the intrigue surrounding these pennies shows no sign of fading. It's a mystery that keeps collectors awake at night, sifting through change jars and scrutinizing every penny they come across. Could this mystery ever be solved? Or is the 1964 penny hiding secrets we'll never uncover? If you're wondering how to identify and evaluate a 1964 penny, you're in luck. Start by examining the coin with a magnifying glass or loupe, paying close attention to the date, mint mark, and overall condition. Look for signs of errors like doubling or misalignment. Next, consider having the coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations provide a detailed assessment of a coin's condition and authenticity, which can significantly enhance its value. Research is also crucial. Check auction results and collector forums to understand what similar coins are selling for. Knowledge is power, especially in the world of coin collecting. And don't forget to explore your own collection. Go through your change jars, old collections, or inherited coins. Who knows what treasure you might find? So, why does the 1964 penny continue to captivate us? Is it the historical context, the intricate design, or the tantalizing possibility of rare and valuable variants? Perhaps it's all of these things and more. This humble coin is a testament to the power of curiosity and the enduring allure of the unknown. If you thought the 1964 penny was fascinating, wait until you hear about the most valuable coin error in U.S. history. That's coming up in our next video. Don't miss it. And before you go, let us know in the comments if you've ever found a 1964 penny. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing coin stories. Until next time, keep searching, keep discovering, and keep dreaming.